What is going on, everybody? WeedleTwineedle here, and we are back with another Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this one's going to be against Jhakenda. Now, I battled my opponent off my Discord server, so if you guys are interested in a Sun and Moon battle and trade community chat room, feel free to check out my Discord server. A link will be in the description below. Now, me and my opponent are having an overused hair battle today. Now, looking at her team, I mean, like, I said it was an OU battle, so I shouldn't get salty, but like, I wanted to use an Easter theme team, and I really wanted to, and then my opponent was just like, nope, you want to have fun? Nope, nice try, motherfucker. And I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I would like to have fun, but yeah, as you see by my team, I have the 3 bunnies, and then I have Executor with a set almost as bad or equally as bad as Wifi sets. I will let you guys know of the set once we get to that point, but I ain't going to lead off with the Executor because I'm like, well, he's probably leading off with the Coco or the Landorus T, so Executor is my best play. As Tapu Koko does lead off, I'm hoping that it doesn't carry U-turn, but I guess it looks like it just only carries Volt Switch, which is nice. So, Volt Switch out of here on my Executor, and my opponent is going to bring in the Heatran right on me. Good play, my opponent's best switching by far, so legit shiny Heatran comes in, as I'm just going to go straight for this Stab Psychic. Now, I am narrating this battle on Easter Sunday. It's currently
3:28 a.m.
and I have to get up at 9 in the morning for work, but unfortunately, I made this theme team, and then I like to not have time because I've just been so freaking busy lately. And so I did this battle like 11 p.m. and I'm like, alright, I gotta get this done. So now I'm narrating this in the middle of the night, and I'm gonna like run on no sleep, but it's worth it because I made this theme team, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let it go to waste. So bringing Assault Vest Azumarill here and Waterfall the incoming Scizor, it does absolutely nothing, as now my opponent's going to Mega Evolve into Mega Scizor, and go for the Roost, revealing that she does have it, which is good to know. Roost Sword Stance probably with BP and Bug Bite maybe, or Knockoff. But I'm going to go straight for the Waterfall again, just to gauge damage, as it does do absolutely nothing. And I have no fire type attacks on this team, because this is probably one of the worst teams I've made in like over a month, just so you guys know. Anyway, in comes Diggersby though, as my opponent is going to go for the Sword Stance, playing it pretty aggressively, but I can't really blame her because she pretty much just 6-0s me with the Scizor, so may as well just get it over with, right? So, I bring in Diggersby, and I should be able to take a Bullet Punch because I am Focus Sash, so the Scizor's going to go for Bullet Punch, and I'm able to tank it, thankfully, but I'm actually not because of the Focus Sash, I just ended up living it, which is kind of strange. So I'm going to go for the Stab Earthquake with, the huge power, as it does absolutely nothing, and I'm like, crap, man. I'm hoping this next Earthquake will knock him out, and my opponent lets me go for the Earthquake instead of BPing me. Maybe she thought she could live the Earthquake, because it looks like it's like mid-max damage, but she lets me get the roll and then kill off the Scizor, which was arguably a really bad play because she could have safely reversed on everything else on my team. Not that she knew that, per se, but like, yeah, it was pretty interesting play. But here, in comes Heatran on Diggersby, and I'm like, okay, well, you're just screaming Choice Scarf, so gonna bring in my Azumarill here onto the Flash Cannon, as, well, I mean, I wasn't expecting Flash Cannon, but there it is. I tank it relatively nicely. Unfortunately, the Spadaf Trap means that I don't want to stay in and take another one, so I am going to bring in my Bronzong, assuming that it is Choice Scarf, as my opponent is going to go for the follow-up Flash Cannon, and I should tank this relatively well, as thankfully Bronzong eats. As now, I don't want to give my opponent a free switch into Landorus T or whatever she wants to bring in, so my opponent is going to bring in Landorus T, and Bronzong is going to actually absorb the Intimidate, which is helpful, as I'm actually going to choose to pull a double, expecting my opponent to want to make a switch, and I pretty much just bring in my Diggersby just to sack it off, basically, and get momentum on whatever you want him to bring in. But Landorus T comes in here, so I'm able to go for the Flail. I'm at 3 HP, so it's not full power, but we're able to actually knock out the Landorus T with the Flail. Kind of like Farfetch'd. I guess like Flail is just the Landorus T killer, apparently. First we killed it with Farfetch'd, and now we kill it with Diggersby. Pretty impressive. Anyway, in comes Tapu Koko, and I'm pretty much just forced to sack off my Diggersby because the bunny already did enough, and I still have 2 other bunnies to use, so I'm gonna go for our last ditch effort Quick Attack. Does do a really big chunk of damage, actually, as the Tapu Koko is going to knock me out with the Dazzling Gleam, and down goes the Diggersby. The end, sadly. But now I'm going to bring in Eggs and Fam. And now this is actually, like, I'll tell you guys my Executor set. So I wanted my opponent to knock me into 50 health, but I get knocked into 59% health. Now the reason why I wanted to be knocked into 50%, or just 50 health, is because I carry the pitaya berry. Now, before you guys are like, that is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life. Now, hear me out. Okay, I read this back in X and Y, and I was like so excited, and it was like the worst thing I've ever created. But I'm using it because it's an executor, and this is my only battle ready executor, sadly. But yeah, it has Trick Room with the pitaya berry, and obviously you have Harvest, you can get the pitaya berry, and get a mini sweep going if you get lucky enough. But my opponent's team makes it very difficult to do anything, and since my opponent didn't even knock me into my pitaya berry range there, the executor does absolutely nothing. What a shocker. Anyway, in comes Hopunny, and unfortunately it's not Mega Lopunny, it is regular Lopunny. As I'm going to go for HJK and just knock out the Heatran. Kind of like a Mega Lopunny, but unfortunately we're not Mega Lopunny, we're just Z-Splash Lopunny, because people suggested me to use the set, and I'm like, well, you know what, may as well bring it in for its first battle in the Easter battle. I didn't even intend on making an Easter battle, but like, whatever. Anyway, I'm still able to outspeed it thanks to Trick Room. My opponent's team is so fast that Lopunny's actually good in Trick Room, as the Tapu Koko lives with 1 HP. What is it with Pokemon living with 1 HP in all of my videos? I just don't understand. But unfortunately, Hopunny doesn't do anything either in this game because we couldn't knock out the Tapu Koko. That made me rather upset. But now we're going to bring in Hoopa Unbound. We are done fooling around at this point. I'm going to bring in the tryhard Pokemon now. And this set's actually pretty cash, if you ask me. I actually have Trick Room in this thing as well, so I guess it's like a pseudo Trick Room team, I guess. I didn't even intend to do it, I just wanted to use this Trick Room Hoopa, and since we're having an overuse battle, I figured now or never. So, I'm gonna go for a nice stab Psychic here and knock out the Tapu Koko. Thankfully, that thing is dead, and now my opponent, all she has left is Greninja, Graniqua, the legit shiny Greninja, and Latios. So Hoopa Unbound should be able to win. I actually have Fling with the Iron Ball because I have no attack that hit this Greninja super effectively, so I'm going to go for the Fling Iron Ball just to look at the damage. It does do a crap ton of damage, as the Greninja's going to go for Hydro Pump here, hoping I could just juke it a little bit, have it land a little bit to the left, but unfortunately connects with Hoopa Unbound, as down goes my Hoopa. I wanted it to do a little more, maybe get an endgame sweep. Apparently, what I thought the mechanic did is that when you flung the Iron Ball, your Magician ability would steal the opponent's item, but I guess it doesn't work like that. So unfortunately, my Hoopa Unbound set didn't work as good as I wanted it to, because I thought you could steal items after you used Fling on the same turn, and then just like knock off pretty much, but I guess it doesn't work that way, sadly. But it's okay, it's nice to get some testing out of the way, you know, some Mythbuster Pokemon Edition. Anyway, I'm going to go for Play Rough here thanks to the Trick Room, still able to outsplode the Latios, and we're able to win the battle against Jhakenda. So Trick Room definitely came through in this battle more than I thought it would. I hope you guys did enjoy this battle. If you guys did enjoy the game, I really would appreciate if you hit the like button, as it is much appreciated, and it helps the channel grow tremendously. So if you guys didn't know, liking the video helps the channel grow, and I appreciate everyone's support lately, your likes and comments. It means the world to me, and I just love you guys so much. Now, the question of the day is going to be, what are you having for Easter dinner this year? Because I know people like to have different traditions, and if you're not celebrating Easter, what are you having for dinner tonight? Yeah, now we usually have ham, because ham usually like the meat that people choose for Easter, so we're having ham and all that fun stuff, some desserts. And I'm not doing any cooking, so I gotta work all day. Woohoo! So, fun. But I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. And I'll check you guys in my next video. Alright? Peace.